Hey, hello guys, welcome to Tech Point. So at last, I remember that I have a YouTube channel, so I have to make a video. I'm very sorry. So for today's video, I am going to show you the new trend of web development, which is known as glass morphism. So we are going to create a image hovering effect with the glass morphism. So let's start. I have opened my Visual Studio Code IDE, and in this IDE I have make a flow folder called glass morphism, and I have an image to make the effect, and I have downloaded it from Unsplash. You can also download any image from Unsplash or anywhere else. So now first I am going to make the index.html file, and after it I am going to make a style.css file. So I am going to make a style.css file. Okay, let's split it and close this part. So here we have created the file, and JavaScript is not needed. We can do it with regular HTML and CSS. You can also use Sass, but Sass is also not needed because we are not going to use any type of nesting or something like that. There will be 2 or 3 styling statements. So let's start. First I am using emmet to take the basic structure, and I am changing the name to glass morphism. Okay, and now I am going to link the CSS file in our HTML by giving a link tag and then the file name. Okay, so we have linked our CSS in our HTML. So now I am going to take a div with the name of image. And by the way, I am using emmet, and if you don't know it, you can comment down below. I will make a tutorial about it. So here is our image div, and in this we are going to take the image tag, and in the source we are going to put the name of that image. So here you can see the name of the image is model6.jpg. So I am going to put that is model6.jpg. Okay, and as it is an image hovering effect, so when we will hover on the image, the name and the designation and something about the person will pop up from the bottom. This will be looking like that. Okay, so we are going to take a div called description, and I am going to put the name of that person in the h2 tag. I am going to put the designation of the person in the h4 tag, and I am going to put the bio in the p tag. Okay, so you can't see, but I know that is there is a woman in the picture, so I am giving the name like Sarah, and I am giving she is a web developer. Now I am going to take some dummy text like lorem 20. It will be more than enough. Okay, so our basic structure is ready, and we can check it by opening the live server. So you can see the image, you can see the name, designation and the bio. Okay, so let's go back in our IDE and now start the styling. So first take the image div. Okay, so I am going to give it a height of 500 pixel, and now a width of also 500 pixel. Now I will give a margin. I will tell you what the margin will do. I am giving from top and bottom, that is 100 pixel, and from left to right it will be auto. So what will be the auto doing? So auto will position the div in the center. So from top down the margin will be 100, and from left and right the margin will be same, so the picture will be at the center. But if now I save this and go back to our browser, so we are here in our browser, and you can see there is no change, but there is a 100 pixel gap from the top, and from left also there is a gap, but in the right there is no gap. But don't think so that our code is not working. The picture is overflowing from the div. Okay, so what we can do for that, we can target our image tag, img tag, and now what we are going to do, we are going to giving a width of 100%, also a height of 100%, and there is a property in CSS, that is object fit, and object fit we will give cover. Okay, so you can see now that it is at the center. Okay, you can also give here content, it is up to you. Okay, so it will be looking like this. So content means the whole picture will be in the frame, but cover means it will cover the whole place. Okay, so I'm comfortable with cover, but you can also use contain. Okay, so this is our div, and the name and the designation and the description is overflowing from the div. So if we give in the image tag, if we give overflow hidden, now you can see that the writing is not there, the text is not here. Okay, so what we have to do, we just have to cut it because we are going to do the CSS, and I am going to target that text. So first image and then description. So now the h2 tag, first h2 tag. So what we are going to do, I am just going to give it the color will be black, font family like Courier or monospace, font size 28 pixel will be sufficient, font weight bolder. This should work. Okay, so we have to increase the font size a little bit, 35. I think this will be fine. Yes, this is fine. Now I am going to target the h4 tag, that is image, then description, then h4, and I am giving it a font family of Arial, and now the font size should be 30 pixel and the font weight should be bold. You can see this is it, but I think the font size should be a little less, around 25 pixel is more than enough. Yes, this is enough. And now I am going to target the paragraph tag, so image, then description, then p tag. So I am giving it a font size around 20 pixel, font family should be cursive. I really like this font family. And now the font weight should be lighter. Okay, so this is okay. And now what we are going to do, we are going to position the writing in the top of that image, that is in 3D. So first we have to give an image, that is position relative. And now in the description part, only the description part, description div, we have to give here position absolute. So this will put it in the top. And now as this is in the position absolute, now what we are going to do, we are going to give it a height and width, height 100%, so it will cover the whole image div, and now width is also 100%. I am giving it a background color from now. For now I am going to change it, and if I am going to save and go to the browser, you can see this is here, but it is not in the top. So that's why I am going to give it a top about 0%, and left is also 0%. So you can see this is now covering the whole div. And for this description part, I am going to give it a padding left. Padding left I am going to give something like 50 pixel. This is sufficient, I think. Yes, this is sufficient. And now I am going to give it a box sizing, border box. Okay, so this is okay. And because as this will not cover the whole image, so I am going to increase the top about 50%. This is also very big, so I am going to give it about 80%. And now I am going to give here overflow hidden. Okay, so we don't want it up here, we want it like here, this level. So I am going to decrease the top value about 60%. This is sufficient. I am going to decrease the font sizes, so this will cover the whole part. Like here I will give 18, here I will give 20, sorry, here I will give 25. Okay, now this is fine, and I am going to cut all the margin and padding. Margin 0, and I am going to the unit is pixel. I am going to copy it and paste it. Okay, now I think there is a little bit of margin needed, so I am increasing it to 5 pixel, and here I am increasing it to 3 pixel. That's enough. So we can increase the top a little bit. I can give it a 65%. I think that's sufficient. Okay, that's sufficient. And now I am giving the div a border radius. Border radius. From the top left corner I am giving it 10 pixel. From the top right corner I am giving it 30 pixel. Bottom right corner I am also giving it 10 pixel, and here I am giving it 30 pixel. Okay, so this is looking something like this. And now I am going to remove the background color. I am giving it a transparent, and there is a property called backdrop filter. So I am going to give it backdrop filter blur, and within the round brushes you can give it a value. I am giving it something like 10 pixel. So you can see there is a glass effect, and you can change the font color also. So I am changing the font color to white. You can change it according to your own. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it and paste it. So this blurriness you can change it according to you. Like if I increase the value like 100 pixel, you can see that now it is not visible properly. But if I decrease it to 10 pixel, now see the blur is not that much. So this is fine, I think. So what I am going to do, just I am going to give the top 100%. So now see nothing is visible, and what I am going to do, whenever I will hover on image, then the description part, it should have a top of 65%. See, now this is working, but this is not smooth. Okay, so that's why we have to add transition here. So here in the transition we just have to add here in the description we just have to add some transition, 0.5 seconds. So now this should work. Okay, now this is working. You can see this is working. So this is very good. And one thing you can also do, that whenever you hover on image, the image tag should scale. So that's why you have to give a transform scale 1.05. Now you can see that the image is also zoom in a bit, but it is also, we have the previous problem, like it is happening suddenly, there is no smoothness. So that's why we have to add the transition in the image tag also. So I am just copying it and I am giving it to the image tag. Now if I am hovering, you can see that this is happening very smoothly and this is looking very beautiful. So you can try it. One thing I forgot to do, that is I have to give here a heading. Glass morphism effect. Okay. If you want to give it in center, you can just add a style tag here. I am giving the inline style. Don't mind, but I really like inline style tags, and you can just do text align center. Okay, now this is perfect. Okay, so you can try it and let me know in the comment section your thoughts on this. Bye bye.